So where's the one I was going to use today? Irony. I was going to use this one. So what I have to do, because this is a really big I think they're called eye screws. So this one's quite large and it won't go through the little findings that I have here. So I don't think it will anyway. No, so see, that won't go. So I had to get some smaller ones. So I'm going to just take apart the thing. Now we'll do this all for you, so if you order them, these ones are $6.99 that have the bling on them because there's so much going into them. But you like the wavy ones, Catherine? Yeah, I do too. I thought they were quite nice. So if you order them, this is what we'll do for you. We'll just take your order and find what colors you want, and then I'm going to take a different screw, and because it has to fit through this whole rigging, and because we're taking that out of something that was large, I hope this didn't dry up on me, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on mine. So when you get them at home, if you want to double check and make sure that that's nice and secure, I would put a little bit of E6000. So you want to put this on first and then put a little blob of E6000 and then stick it back inside and screw it in nice and tight. Just make sure this one's not super centered, but you can hold it with your finger and then just tighten it up. And it does actually tighten up nicely. And then that little bit of E6000 in there will just ensure that it's not going to go anywhere. But you want to make sure that you get your end on there first. So when you buy it, it will look like this, but we won't have glued them in there because that's just, way too much work for us to do at the store, and it'll be glue everywhere. So we'll leave it up to you if you want to put a little bit of glue on there. So, well, thanks for joining me, Denise. I'm glad you got us today. Okay, so just put a little blob of your glue on there. And then I'm gonna get that. I didn't do this up very tight yesterday, so a year ago my staff gave me a gift certificate at a local nail place to get my nails done. I finally got it done a year ago. Today, I got it yesterday, a year ago, so I've never had my nails done. Aren't they fabulous? I'm not very good at that kind of girly stuff, so it was kind of fun to go have it done, and I think I might actually do it more often. So I'm not so good at taking care of all that stuff, but I got my hair done. I had a little bit of a self-care day. So you see how that just takes it from kind of industrial looking to looking really pretty and blingy? Isn't that nice? I love that look. I mean, you could hang like multiple lengths of chain and you can hang like tassels and just anything that you want on there. So that's what we're going to start with today. So now I'm going to make a Mother's Day piece today. So I have some different charms. I just pulled out what I liked. There's no real rhyme or reason to why I have those colors. So I've got a little length of chain. Now the nice thing about this chain is that it's not soldered, so I'm going to double up a little bit on one of the lengths just to kind of give it a little more oomph. So I'm just going to take this chain and pull it apart. Yes, Denise, it is cork. You need that, Barb? Well, it'll be already made up, and you can just, if you wanted to have the, we could always disassemble for you. We could take off this part if you didn't want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double up on this. So I'm going to put one piece of the chain in here. You could use jump rings if you don't have a chain that isn't soldered. I just want a little bit of a heavier look here. So then I'm going to take, I think that's what I wanted to do. Yeah, I think I wanted to. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of what I was doing here. I shouldn't have done that up, but I can undo the other one. Let's see. Yeah, it's funny some of the names on the corks. It was fun looking through the big bag. I ordered 100 of them. Plus, like I said, I have a million at home. I just was trying to help out my friend who had just thousands of them, and then I just kind of went to town on it and made a bunch of stuff with it. So kind of fun. All right, so you can see now I've added that extra link from the chain there, and it just gives it a little bit heavier look, which is kind of something I was wanting on there. Now you want to make sure when you do these back up that you get them done up nice and tight. So I want to have my joins nice and tight there. So you do them up just like a jump ring. But that's why I like this chain, because it's it's super, super nice to be able to work with. Okay, and I've got a little bit bigger jump ring on this, just because those small ones that I always use, it's really hard to get around this thicker chain. So make sure when you're opening and closing your jump rings that you get a good handhold. I was teaching a class the other day and people really struggle with jump rings. So make sure you use a bent pair of chain nose pliers so you can get a good handhold and then give it a good twist. But don't over open. People tend to want to crank it right open and then you break the neck of it and it's really hard to get that done back up, okay? So the first thing I'm going to hang off of one side is one of my little, these are from Tierra Cast, love them, really cute little birthstones. So this is a Mother's Day necklace. So this is a perfect gift to give somebody for Mother's Day, or make for yourself, or tell your kids to come in and make one, or your husband, or whatever, and it's kind of cute. So then what I do with my pliers is I turn them over. So I love these bent chain nose. So I always use one pair of bent chain nose and one pair of chain nose when I'm doing my jewelry up. All right, so I'm going to put that on one side, and then on the other I've got, you know, an assortment of hearts. I've got a lot of hearts on this because, you know, we love our moms. So I want to make sure that I have hearts on there. Okay, so then I have this little tiny mini heart that I'm going to put on the other side. And I've kind of mixed my metals. I've got bright and shiny, and I've got some oxidized, and I've got black. And you know what? I wanted that look. I wanted a little bit of a mixed metals look so that it's not all perfect. I wanted a little bit kind of different looking. I think that's what we're going to achieve here. So, Mim, are you still on here? I see my friend Mim watching. If you are, how are you doing? Mim's recently moved back east to Ottawa, which is kind of nice. And I'm wondering if she's still making jewelry. Oh, you are there. Hi. How are you doing? Are you still making jewelry, or are you just, Mim now, hopefully I'm not giving out too much information, but now Mim's a flight attendant, so she's flying all over the place. She probably doesn't have time to make jewelry, but she used to make some beautiful stuff. Lovely silver jewelry. Now she's busy flying. I met Mim when, way back in the day when we worked in the same detachment. She was a police officer. So it was kind of fun. Well, you'll have to get back to it one day, Mim, right? But it looks like you're busy flying a lot, doing all kinds of things, and visiting with your mom, which is great. So I'm glad you're doing well. Okay, so I've got the one birthstone here and a little heart, and then I added another birthstone. And you can see on this chain, it's a cable chain, so I'm always going to be working on the sort of horizontal loops, not the vertical. You could, but I just want mine hanging off the side, so that's where I'm sort of focusing my pieces on, and I'm going to work on just going every other one sort of thing. Does that make sense? All right. And Mim, you're doing Mim does an online fitness things. She does, what are they called? Tabatas or something like that? They're like quick hit kind of fitness stuff. So if you're looking for something like that, she does an online kind of thing. I'm not exactly sure how it all works, but I think she has sort of almost like a subscription thing or something like that, right? I've looked at it a couple times, but my poor old body's crapped out and I can't do anything like that now. All right, so there we go. It's hard when it always looks better when it's hanging than when it's like laying here, right? So, all right, on this side, I think I'll put my other little purple one. So now if you've got lots of kids or grandkids or whatever and you wanted to make this longer or bunch it up, you can do whatever you want on here, right? I just want to show you just a kind of a quick little idea. So I just have to make sure the chain's going the right way. Let's see. I want that one to go in there. Oh, how I attach the pieces of the cork. Well, Mim, you can go back and once I'm finished this video, you can re-watch the beginning. I use these eye pin, like I think they're called like screw eyes or something like that. So you can actually watch it from the beginning and see how I did it. I just can't really do it again, right? But the video, once I'm done, will replay again. So, okay, now we're almost done. This is not a really hard project. It's pretty easy to do. So Chris, I'm making a Mother's Day necklace using a cork that I've embellished here. So you can always watch back from the beginning and then sort of see what I did. So I've got this little it's hard to see, but this little tiny bit of bling here. So it's just a little cubic zirconia. I'm going to just, if I can get this jump ring in there. Oh goodness, that one doesn't want to go in there. I'll have to make it go. There you go. Sometimes you just have to boss it around. So I'm just adding little charms and things like that just to this Mother's Day necklace. And then the whole point of it was using these corks that I embellished. So again, watch back from the beginning and you can see how I embellished the cork. And I'm just going to put this on this side. Again, I'm sure it's hard to see what I got to open that up a little bit more. What I'm doing there. It's hard when the chain kind of twists all over the place. Gotta open that up. All right, so now you want to make sure that I've got to go on this side here. Got to have my little piece of bling going the right way, and sometimes it does not want to go in there. This one's being stubborn. There we go. Pop it in there. No, I didn't do anything to the cork before. I didn't soak them or anything. I just used them right out of the drawer. They, you know, they've got, this one's even got the wine stain on it. It's got the red wine on there, Tammy, so, right? No, I think it's okay. I mean, you could paint it. You could use, you know how we use the, what do you call those things? The vintage paints. Just trying to get some of there's a little bit of tarnish on there. You could use the vintage paints on there. You can do just about anything on here. You could take some like little like nails, and poke them all in here. I'll show you something else that I did on another one. So there's all kinds. I mean, like I said at the beginning, you're only limited by your imagination. So now on this one, it's got an end. I want to hang my big heart off of the end, and this I'm going to use like a jump ring. So I'm just going to open this up. And then I've got this really lovely little heart here. I'm going to pop that on the end. So now you can see that I've got, let's try to get it going the right way so you can see it. So I've just got, you know, hearts and I love mom and my little birthstones, a little bit of bling and the heart. So that's sort of the, you know, what the necklace is going to look like. And then I've got some of this ball chain, which is just, you know, it's sort of everybody's using it right now, and I thought it kind of goes cute with this. I'm just going to run the ball chain through the top of the little eye screw there. And then we have these little end pieces that you just pop in the end, so you just drop it inside. Hopefully you can see that. Just kind of, it's hard to get in there. Gotta pop that in, so that's it. Yeah, me too, Barb. Love those. Hey, Tracy, how you doing? See, I'm making a cute little Mother's Day necklace with some of your charms, Tracy. All right, so there you go. There's the cute little Mother's Day necklace using the cork and then all the little charms and things like that. So just a blinged out cork made to look a little more exciting. That actually, it's kind of funny for a Mother's Day necklace with the word irony on there. A lot of mothers might be like, yeah, isn't that ironic? Yeah.